All right, what's up, everybody? This is the R&B Nights Podcast coming at you once again. I'm Dre.
I'm Todd.
Man, so we got some real special things going on today. We got a chance to holler at some people y'all might know about. So,
if you don't know them, shame on you, and we ain't talking to you.
Just log off. I don't even want you watching this.
There go the X right there.
Get the heat, cuz. Get the heat. Yeah, man, we had somebody real special on here today that we chopped it up with, man. Somebody from that era of that R&B that started what we personally might feel might be one of the greatest runs in R&B in the late 80s and 90s. Very influential member of a group that was, I'm sure, one of your favorite groups during that time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially if you was from my hood.
Come on.
Yeah.
If you had any rhythm, any coordination, any pop locking in your body, you might have been caught outside doing a couple of their moves once or twice.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, wasn't the whole dance named after them?
Absolutely. Yeah, I got that from you.
Right. So
you know what I'm saying?
I guess you probably know right now who we're talking about. We're talking about the OGs. True.
OGs. The big homies.
True. And we specifically had the honorable, excellent Mr. Alan McNeil. And we chopped it up with him. Big Al.
Yes, sir.
We chopped it up with him about just the state of R&B, Troop, what they're doing, the new single, Lady of My Life. Just had a real good R&B conversation with good brother,
man. Good brother.
So we hope y'all enjoy that. Check it out. And yeah, there will be more to come.
That's one of the things that's been able to hold us all these years. Just putting together good music. So I'm glad he felt and understood what we were doing,
Yeah. He really,
to share it with you.
Facts.
Absolutely. That part. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching him. It was part-time EPMD and 100 miles and running on the West Coast, but on the East Coast it was Special Ed and them guys. But come after 7 p.m.
See, that's what I always say about that generation with us. We had balance, man. During the day, we was gonna be on our gangster stuff, whatever. But when the lights was going down, when the evening was popping, ain't had no problem throwing on some Troop.
R&B.
We ain't had no problem throwing on no LeVert.
That was his roster. LeVert and Troop and Johnny Gill.
Well, LeVert birthed us.
Exactly.
So, Gerald did our first single, Rest in Peace.
Oh my God,
man.
Rest in power.
With his cousin Mark Gordon,
right?
And with his father, from the OJs,
the big homie.
Yeah, that we recorded that song with them all in the room. It was intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
wow.
Yeah, what kind of vocal coach is Gerald?
I'm saying, man.
It's Gerald. Oh man, on Mamacita, our first single, I got lucky. On that one. I happened to feel that.
Yeah.
And Gerald, he was behind the wheels of steel, and he cut me, and he liked what we did.
That's what's up, man.
But with different producers, you might have a challenge in there, Al. You ain't quite hitting that. Joy Serby from Climax.
Okay.
When we cut some records with her, and she I don't want to say she was hard, but she knew what she wanted to get out of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you might have to sing that a few times.
Before she get that feel, before it feel like they wanted to feel.
Yeah, you sing it till you get it right. Exactly.
That's wild.
Sing it till you get it right, man.
I can't even imagine them sessions.
Yeah, and one of our favorites, the GOATs, and I sometimes don't. We were just talking about this before you came on, how we don't necessarily know that he gets the love that he should, like in the same vein of, say, a Teddy or a Babyface, but Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah. Chucky Booker. Yeah.
Chucky was a monster, man.
He's still a beast.
This
dude,
what
I mean?
Unicorn.
This guy. We were very fortunate. We were very, very fortunate to have had a relationship with him. And Sylvia Rome from
Okay.
Atlantic Records brought him in to do some production for us. And when you messing with cats like that, you really have a good opportunity of winning. So
true.
And we happen to win. And we just want to thank you for having us on your platform.
Absolutely, man. It's an honor, man.
We can't do it without you guys. You guys bring us to the people and bring the music to the people.
Right.
That's something we talk about
so
all the time.
All the time,
that
man.
missing of I used to talk about the trifecta that was on BET. There was video vibrations, then it was video LP, and then video soul. So like you got introduced to the artist on vibrations. Once you got a little buzz, you was on LP. Then once you really sold, you got to sit on the couch with Donnie.
Yeah, right.
And those platforms, man, oh my God, I got introduced to so many artists through those types of platforms.
That was it, man.
Well, the platforms, they're still there. They changed a little bit, because now we have the YouTube and we have the Instagrams and the Facebook and stuff, and SoundCloud and some of these other digital sites. I would like to see, remember when an artist used to come out and it was that magic because you didn't really have a whole bunch of access?
Right.
Yeah.
It was like when Michael or Prince came out with a record, you had to go to that concert. You had to wait on that show to come through, or if you had a website, you could go to the website and probably buy some tickets or some memorabilia.
Right.
Now the fan, the art, the public, they want more of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can go right to Instagram and say, hey, I didn't like how you hit that note on that in Detroit.
Right. That's crazy. You right about that, man.
Instant critique.
So you still get to them, you still reach them, but they require much more, and that's okay because this is what we do this for.
Right.
We've been having a great run. We're on the Back to Life tour. And we've done Detroit, Louisiana, we've done Sacramento, we've done the list goes on and on. We're going to do Michigan in a week. And then we have Rochester, New York coming in August. So
does the appetite for that music, for your music being so strong, does it ever surprise you that it's like, oh man, y'all really still rocking?
You know what? That's, man, I've been really man, when you first start out, I think you kind of take things for granted, but as you get older, you really get out there and you really appreciate that these people show up and enjoy your show and enjoy the music with you.
Right.
It just keeps you humble because there's a whole bunch of things people could be doing.
Right.
And for them to stop and pay for a ticket and want to come see Troop, and I'm just humbled and I'm just thankful, that we're still able to do that on today and today.
That's cool.
This is we're on our 35th anniversary.
Wow.
Is that not crazy?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's about
it will be about 35 years.
Yeah, man.
Because you guys, you actually remember the date that y'all signed y'all first deal, and that was.
Well, I remember signing.
Man, because you remember
but, John is good with them dates.
Yeah, I saw him on the interview, and I was like, man, he actually remembered the date. And wait, the date of the week.
John, Steve. That's something Steve, my boy, would remember.
Steve was. He said,
Rodney being that he started the group. created the group. That he might remember that. I remember signing.
Yeah.
And
that's number one. That's really what
it was
mattered.
A blur after that.
A blur after that, right?
Hey, after we signed, man, and it was just awesome, man. I signed. I was 19, and I was in. Next thing I know, I was in Japan, man, on a tour, man.
Damn.
We had like when we first signed with Atlantic, Sylvia did come check us out about 2 years. We kind of went into grooming before the actual deal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But so there was a little time there. But once we signed, man, we were in the studio. We had met Gerald. We had met Chucky. Records were getting written, and radio tours were being set up. And at the time, Steve was just getting out of high school. So Steve was graduating. He was coming fresh out of high school with a hit record, man. It was
wow.
We were blessed. I don't want to say it was luck, because we all knew what we wanted to do, and obviously, God put it together for it to make an impact. And we're just grateful that it did. It was 5 guys that just had a dream, and wow, it happened. And the public, the people, the fans, they backed us up everywhere we went, from state to state. Troopers really had a really good time doing this, and man, but what can you say?
Facts.
That's love, man. That's love. It's R&B love right there, man.
Man. And what you think? What you think? You think R&B is making a comeback?
It's still out there. I will say, and I try to say this all the time, I listen to enough and I come across enough that I do feel like I'm still finding good R&B.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is being done by the women have been holding it down, actually, probably for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Like really holding R&B down.
Yes.
I still hear it coming out, but I kind of think that goes back to the previous question I was asking about the platforms, because I guess having more platforms like it is now is a good thing, but I guess maybe the one thing that I think is missing is that when it was in the previous model, you almost had one place for it all to be curated, and from the public standpoint, they knew where to go to get it. Whereas now there are so many places to get it.
Right.
You would think that would make it easier. Sometimes I'm wondering if it's making it harder for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's the latter. To be honest with you, if you ask me, I think it's a lot, because I was at a Circuit City or a Best Buy, predominantly a Circuit City, every Tuesday, buying 2 or 3 R&B CDs every week, for a whole decade, pretty much. And, so because I knew where to go to get the music, so now it's like, it's a variations of places that's putting it out. So you don't always know, who's got this and who's got that. But at one point, I knew where to go to get my, my work, if you will, because R&B, that's how we live.
Not just the music itself, but then one central place to even tell you what was coming up.
Yeah,
So a huge part of going to the record store was getting the actual record, and then staring at that list of the upcoming releases and saying, oh, such and such is coming next week. Oh, I'm back. I'm here.
But I knew to show up on a Tuesday.
Right.
At that time, because everything was released at that time. So I'm going in there and I'm hoping, please, Lord, let it be more than just one somebody coming out today.
Right.
Because I was on it. We were.
See, that was the magic.
That was it. That was it.
See, that was the magic. Going into the record store, having something to touch, hold. You can open up that artwork.
You right.
Man, I miss those days,
Telling me. Dude.
Even, when they changed the game, the new model, like you were saying, the new model, when they changed it to the streaming, a lot of us artists, we're not really happy with how they are calculating the funds.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not really, you really have to sell some mega records.
Right.
And even at that time, you're not saying it has to be corrected. We have some things in Congress that we're trying to get over to make it better for the artist, for the creator, for those of us that create,
Right.
podcasters.
I didn't know.
Our content is valuable, let alone music.
Absolutely. You're right.
I didn't know we were attacking it from a legislative front as well. I like that.
Yeah, that's talking.
Yeah. We have some legislation going on that we're trying to get things changed because who put a value on music? I mean,
that's wild.
And that's big. That's big that you put it like that. Who can put a value on music?
Who put a value on music and said, okay, well, every song is going to be worth 99 cents. And these group of conglomerates are going to get together and everyone's music that's released is going to stream through these listening hubs. And then we're going to pay you on who's listening something like half a penny.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
it's mind blowing.
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
It's mind blowing.
I mean, it's a big power move. I get it when it comes to the people sitting on top of this running this, but we got to share a little bit more. We got to share a little bit more to the creator. Yes, it has gotten saturated. I think you're right. It's gotten saturated. There's a whole bunch of places now you can hear your music, get your music, stream your music. Do some good artists get lost? I would have to say yes. Maybe more times than we know.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
Do some good artists get through with some good music? Yes. But most of those artists either fall through the cracks or they got some type of financial backing or they've been putting some type of work in. The game has changed so much. That's why you guys are so important because you take the music, straight to the people.
Exactly.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. Yeah, this was always something that like R&B Nights came from us getting together at his house on a Friday night and just reliving our past, 80s to the 90s. And that was really the bulk of it, was a lot with the 90s. And we just, we'd be like, we getting together, we have an R&B night. And now, if we just had a camera going at that time,
man, the stuff y'all could have caught.
Because we're talking about, what was that, 20 what, maybe, 7, 8, somewhere in there, we started this.
Right.
And, and it was just because of the love for R&B.
And that's why I don't even like using the word reliving, because I don't want to imply that you had to be around then to enjoy it now.
True.
Okay.
You can enjoy this music if you just heard it. And that's one of the things that really I get a chuckle and a smile from on our social media platforms when I post a lot of different content or what have you. And I see younger people on there commenting like, man, I was born in the wrong generation. Damn, this is just, man, y'all had it all back then. Like, y'all really don't understand, man, the quality of the music being created and provided to us.
Yes.
Was just unreal, man.
Yeah, we really had some good stuff, man.
It was a soundtrack to our lives. That's what we call R&B
That's what we always say. It's a soundtrack to our lives.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why we did Lady of My Life. We wanted to do something instead of just doing something new and trying to get the fans to like something new.
Right.
We said, you know what? Why don't we did it with All I Do Is Think of You. we did it with Sweet November. That was the Deals record.
Right.
Right.
And so when Steve first hit me with it, I was like, Michael again, man. I mean, we didn't already got away. You know, we got away with enough already, man. And Lady in My Life, I'm like,
right.
I don't know, man. That's something we don't need to mess with. He said, Al, man, just come down, do your thing, watch. And Steve is a super producer, man. I went down there, man. We cut the record. Man, it just felt good. We've been getting a real good response on it.
Sounds so good.
Rightfully so.
Sounds so
man,
good. Don't you agree?
We've been really getting it. You know, it's surprising because we're not trying to do it on purpose. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want people to think, you know, we picking these records on purpose. They really just happen to just get in line with what we're doing and where we at and what we feeling. And man, when Steve got that record and produced that record, it just really came off good. So
you might do
with everything with the journey and everything, it's just about going forward, positive.
Right.
And you know, the game is the game. But how should I say? The game is the game. But when you just take it day by day and you count your blessings and be thankful, you learn to enjoy and appreciate it along the way, even though we still have some things that we got to fix for the artist.
Right.
I think, man, is one of the only innocent things is what y'all doing.
And
that's left in the game,
man. And I'm glad you said that, because we, you know, it's funny, we started the platforms probably in 2014. So the platforms have been up on the social media pages and accumulating fans and our followers. And we might have been maybe 2 or 3 years into just running the platforms and looked up and was like, hey man, you know, we got 100,000 people following us.
Man, come on.
They must really still want to hear this R&B.
Yeah.
And that really just energized us that much more to go that much harder, because we personally can't stomach the thought of quote unquote R&B dying or whatever phrase they want to use. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Congratulations on that. You know, congratulations, because that's not easy to do. You know,
no. Facts.
That's not easy to do, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, Al.
Man, come on, and you know, anybody to take time and listen to your hour.
Yeah, that's love.
It's divinity. It's divine. You know, it's like when we go out here and we see the people that come to the shows. Man, it's like,
right.
Man, they really coming to hear this music, come see about us. You know, that's how I feel. Like, you know, the fans, they come see about us.
Yeah.
You know, they come see about y'all when they tune in to R&B Nights, you know.
Right.
Keep going, you know, keep going with it, man. We were introduced to it. And, you know, when it got to us that, you know, you guys, you know, wanted to do an interview and man, we were like, come on, let's make that happen. You know,
and it almost didn't seem, it was kind of out of the blue for us, because we didn't honestly know whether we felt like we were ready for all of that.
Right.
Okay.
But the more, and I had to credit my man with this, he's the one that's always saying, dude, this is what we do. We done put too much time and energy, and not just in the platform R&B. We've been living R&B our entire lives. Like when we talk about R&B, we talk about from the standpoint of, like, what did you put on when you was going to ride to get your car washed? When it was running errands, what was your playlist?
What was your playlist?
That's how we view and think about R&B. So we felt like we couldn't have been the only people that thought about it like this.
No, this was like, it only made sense to have you guys as a first interview. And like you said, it was just a divine situation, because Troop was like the beginning of what we know R&B to be.
Okay, so I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, we know R&B exists, had been existing for a long time, but
right,
in terms of how we
Right.
no
Where you
R&B.
started from.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You guys were like the start of that.
Wow.
So, like he said, and as things start to, pivot and whatnot, it just became that much more just embedded in our soul till like he said, I'm not just gonna play this song when I'm going here. I'm playing this.
Okay.
I'm playing
Right.
this today. Oh, the sun is shining, so this means I need to be riding,
Right.
LSD with this.
Right.
It's raining today, so I probably gonna play this.
Yeah, remember those days?
Yeah,
Remember those
Facts.
days?
this was
Facts.
this was real life stuff for
Yeah.
us, man.
A playlist for
Yeah.
everything.
For everything, man.
Our perspective was different.
Very different.
Our perspective on life, I believe, was different. Remember those those sunny summer days, but they weren't too hot.
We experienced them all the time here in
Oh,
Chicago.
God. We
You
started
know,
calling them like artist days. Like,
Yeah.
it's feel like a
man,
truth day right
It's a
here,
truth
man.
day.
remember those the man, the school days, man, with the music that match,
Right.
Now we can't abandon that. That can't be abandoned.
Right.
Troop is going to continue to try to bring something classic um, every time, and we look forward to hearing the new artists that's coming up. There's some new
Mhm.
artists out there that's doing some things.
Who you rocking with?
So,
Like, who have you heard recently that you said, okay, they could still they could still have been in the 90s.
Right.
They could have competed with us in the 90s.
you know who I've been listening to.
Who? Give it
I
to us. Give
don't
it to
know
us.
about a side by side because we was just on something else.
Yeah, I was on something else.
Right.
Yeah.
But I be listening to Six Flag.
Okay.
Okay.
The island thing, Chris Brown on. I'm
Right.
digging.
Right.
You ain't joking. Like
The Afrobeat vibe.
we
I
was
think a lot
listening
of
to
people
some of that
on.
yesterday, and I was like, this is some good music, man.
It
So
feels good.
my island boys, man. The island music is I'm really feeling.
Yeah.
And like you said, the women, they've been putting it down for past 10 years. They've been holding it down.
Holding
So
it down.
they've been. I've had hat off to them. But there's some things out there that's real nice.
It's interesting
I
that
like.
you isolated that island type of vibe, because to me, I almost feel like you're saying it appeals to how it feels,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes.
goes back to the music from the generation we're speaking before. Like,
Yes.
Spread My Wings, while not maybe an island vibe, it's still a feel good song. I
A
feel
feel good.
right when that song come on.
Survive.
I feel good. Yes.
Right, life gonna be right for 4 minutes, for about 3.5 minutes. Life gonna be right. And that's what kind of like you saying with them island songs. That's just, it's the vibe, the energy. I think we missing.
It takes you away. It takes you away for that for that moment, and then then you can go back and deal with whatever's happening.
Facts.
And we appreciate that. I'm thankful to even be a part of music like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
All I do is think of you. We've been touring and doing shows and making money on that record since we started, man.
That's bananas.
Mamacita. I remember when it was time for us to leave Atlantic Records and we went independent. And I remember Sylvia Rowan said, you guys got about 10 hits. You don't even need a label no more. This was before the independent thing was hot.
Right. Because that would have been the perfect time to do it.
And we were young. We really didn't quite understand it. Y'all letting us go. But honestly, getting the freedom with what we had done and what we had done on the charts, it just really set up our lives, and we've been able to work ever since, man. We've been blessed. So,
and that's
what can we say? The game giveth,
Right.
the game taketh away. The game giveth and it take away. So I'm gonna be doing it till I can't do it no more.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
we all have studios and stuff, man. I got a distribution company. I'm working with a young man on Stone Paxton, man. The distribution company's called Brand Artist Coalition.
Okay. Okay.
Be on the lookout for
Um,
that.
Okay.
Distribution from Brand Artist Coalition Distribution.com.
Okay.
And you can go on there and you can have your records distributed through
Oh wow.
about over 250 markets.
Wow.
It's like your Disco Kid, it's like your CD Baby, it's like but it's a little bit different. It's a lot easier. We have we can analyze your charts, where they playing your record, what country, what city they playing in, what demographic, male, female. I mean,
That's
it's
fire.
really laid out. Brandartistcoalition.com. Yeah.
New
And
fledgling artists out there.
check that out.
Check that out.
Cool,
we have Troop has we have a few movies out, man. We a couple documentaries too. One is called Tales of a Boys Band.
Oh, is that actually out?
Yeah, that's out on Tubi.
Man,
And
what?
the other one is called Five of a Kind, the story of Troop, and that's out on Tubi.
What?
No. Shoot, man, we've been man, we got a gangster series, man, called Day Ones. That's out on Tubi too. That's getting some acclaim, man. Black Box, Steve Russell's been, he's been into some filming, man, and it's been really coming out good. So you gotta check out Day One.
Man, that's a whole other show.
If you into that,
tonight.
Shoot, man, we got merchandising. You can check out 67kings.com, man. It's all kind of apparel and things on there that pertain to Troop and
Troop
then
out here working.
Man,
I love seeing my OGs out here doing it, man.
The big homies out here doing it.
Man, we've been John John's got a solo record out there, album out there. Check John Harold out.
Man.
Rodney Benford, he just dropped a new single. I just dropped a new album, Loving Me. I dropped an album about a year and a half ago called Quarantine. When we was all quarantined, I did an album.
Right.
Man, I did number 9 top 100 iTunes on that.
Wow.
I'm proud of that. So man, we just been trying to work and
y'all grinding, man.
Trying to smell the flowers along the way, and you get to a point where you just try to appreciate what you're doing, because I'm doing it all now for to leave a legacy to my kids, man.
That's what's up.
And let them take on from here. I got a 7-year-old daughter, man. I think I'm gonna be a beast.
Okay.
I'm grooming. We in the studio. She's singing, So I see how God, because I was wondering. I was like, I don't have no musical people around me in the family,
Who you gonna pass it on to?
God started showing me some things in my daughter. So we grinding, man. Man, we in the real estate, man. I'm about to grab a piece of land, man, and put some tiny houses on it.
Oh wow.
You talking to my man right here. This the real estate figure right here.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
Rodney's got some restaurant ideas that we've been learning to work together.
That's cool.
And keep doing the music and enjoy life at the same time, and appreciate when we can do things like this. I wish more of the guys could have got on. I know some of them might have tried or something, but it's all good, man.
Oh, it's all good. Just the fact that you graced us with your presence, and we were totally honored. Again, I can't reiterate this enough, man. This platform and everything we do was 1000% inspired by this music of this time. And I find it hard to put it into words sometimes. Like the R&B Nights ritual that he described, we found after a course of time that when we didn't get together, it was like we had a hard time functioning through the course of that week. And through that, we kind of realized that it was almost like a recharge when we did get together and share that energy and jump back in it. It was like we got recharged to go ahead and back out here in these streets. So, like I said, that ideal and just the energy that you guys provided and all of the music of that time period, man, I just want you to know how important you guys were to me, to us.
Thank you.
In so many ways, man.
Thank you so much. That's deep how you say that. I was just having a conversation with Steve a little earlier, and we were talking about when we get together and do these shows. You know, Steve lives in Texas now, and I'm about 2 hours from my other two cats. You know, Rodney and John.
Okay.
And we were talking about how when we get together, that's how it feels. It's like, you know, it's like a recharge. It's like you know, I get a chance to check on my boys, and we get a chance to reiterate and reintroduce and remember what we're here for. And man, and we do some amazing shows together. You know, so
man, that's cool.
I feel that, man.
That's cool.
I feel that.
Any stops in Chicago anytime soon?
Man, you know what? Chicago is one of our one of our spots, man. So I'm sure it's going to pop up. What we do is we have you know, different promoters that we work with.
Okay.
And they actually bring the shows. So I'm sure that's going to come around, and it's going to be exciting. So we've been getting close because we, you know, man, we just did Detroit. Man, I was stuck in Chicago, man, for about 15 hours, man, last week.
Wow.
Man, yeah.
And the rain and stuff or something?
Man, I had mine.
Yeah. That was
I had mine to get on my phone and say, hey, we out here in Chicago. Let's go grab something to eat. Then I gotta get back to the
airport. Right.
Yeah, we had some.
No, I got some folks in Chicago. My father's from Chicago.
Oh, word.
You know, so yeah.
So this is your blood. This is your blood.
Yeah. I got some roots there. So
okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely,
man.
We'll be checking out for you, man, because we definitely look forward to seeing you guys perform again. I personally have never gotten a chance to see you live. I did watch the Coke BET special you guys did in '90 with En Vogue and Chris Rock.
Okay,
man, I watched that 3,758 times, man.
Well, you know, let me tell you what you're gonna get today. You know, we man, it's amazing, man. No lie, we're still doing the Spread My Wings breakdown. You might remember when we were on the roof. We was on the roof with the helicopter.
Right.
We still doing that. We've had to change some things here and there. You know, I can't be falling on the floor and all that no more.
Right.
You know, but we still get close to it, and we still try to give you what you know of truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because coming out of that Spread My Wings break, you got busy right before the chorus came back on. I remember that step you did. You got busy.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, we revamped the show. I mean, we got this intro. I mean, Troop still tries to give you what you expect to see. High entertainment. We still dancing our behinds off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, then we slow it down and give you the saucy ballads and let you hear the hits, the records that you came to hear, like All I Do Is Think of You, Spread My Wings, Sweet November, Romeo and Juliet. Man,
and y'all still singing because I've seen some footage. I've seen some footage of some recent concerts. Y'all still out there singing with the A.
Man, thank you. It's it ain't an easy thing to do. You know, some nights, you know, they the engineer might not have it together. So we take the bump for that. But man, we try to give you our best, and we try to let you feel the energy.
Right.
So I appreciate it, man. We still out there trying to represent.
That's
But
what's
definitely,
up,
true
man.
fans, look out for them wherever you can catch them. I'm sure more information will be coming out. Shout out to Alan, man.
What's up?
So appreciative.
Oh
So
man,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
big time, man. We always want to give you guys y'all flowers, man, because
Man,
y'all
thank you.
mean so much to our lives, and we
Thank
never
you. Thank
wanted
you.
people not to respect and understand who you guys
Man, I'll slap
are.
you
Man,
down, man.
that's
We
just
don't,
big.
yeah, we don't let our R&B artists be out here unprotected in terms of
Man, okay,
people
come
acting
on
like,
now.
you
Come on,
know,
family.
you
Okay, I
know,
can call you
yeah,
family. All right.
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Nope.
You know,
Man.
walk lightly when you talking about this R&B
Boy,
from this era, because you know,
Okay, come on
we,
then.
you know,
Okay.
we ain't,
we ain't
you know,
playing when
you
we
know,
talking about no.
That's what I'm
We
talking
will
about.
throw
I like
hands on
that.
this R&B,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I
we
like
ain't
Yeah.
that.
ducking
Go
and
put your
dodging
hands on
nobody.
this R&B.
We
That's
taking on all
what's
kinds.
up. I
Taking on,
like that.
yeah. I mean, this is our livelihood. This is who we are to the core. R&B
Yes.
is why we are who we are. So
Well, man, I'm glad to be a part of your history.
absolutely, man. We appreciate
Thank,
y'all, man.
God,
We
yeah.
really
thank you
do,
for
Al.
letting Truth be a part of your history, because this is the stuff we leave behind.
Absolutely, man.
And this was totally positive, man. Good vibe. You guys got a good vibe going on. Keep that up.
Much
Absolutely,
appreciated.
much
Everybody go
appreciated,
check out
man.
that Lady in My Life.
Oh yeah,
I kind of think y'all might do for that what you did for All I Do Is Think of You, which was, I can't tell you how many hours today's years old when I found out this was a remake,
yeah.
posts and memes I've seen. I personally
Yeah.
did not know that was a cover until maybe about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know
man.
until you told me.
You did it so
Yeah.
well, I did not know it was
Thank you.
somebody else's song.
Man.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
people are starting to discover that. But it's been a whole bunch of polls, You know how the internet is, man. They have a whole bunch of polls and they
Makeup.
compare us to the original. But the fans they're just so wonderful. They just still see it as a true record.
Right.
And and for me, we're birthed from the Jacksons. That's
Absolutely.
that's just where we got this stuff from. So
Right.
me personally, I love the original. Me personally, and I
Wow.
sang on the lead on the All I Do.
Yeah.
But when I heard Michael do it, man, so for people to like what we did and to allow us, because the fans allow it. We don't make nothing. The fans allow us to say, okay, we're gonna let y'all take this record. We're gonna trust you guys with this record.
Because you did it so right.
You did, man. You did.
So right.
You did,
man.
dog.
We didn't know how big it was gonna be.
That was a big record, man.
We just did it to the best of our ability with Michael and his brothers and his family in mind, because you just don't touch that kind of stuff without approaching it with some type of respect.
You right.
You know?
You right. Yeah. Humble yourself.
Oh man, for
You
real. I
got
mean,
to.
before you open your mouth,
Right.
what's the melody? Hum that again. I mean,
Right.
so when we did Lady in My Life, we got that same, we're getting that same vibe. We're getting that same momentum. And
Definitely.
man,
I think you guys can duplicate that same magic with that personally.
that is
That's how it really reminds me of that same vibe and the same feeling of, wow, this is just. And now with Lady in My Life, I listened to that clearly knowing that somebody else had done it and still was blown away like, oh, word?
that's what's up.
This what y'all gonna put on this? Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
clearly they take this serious. I mean, clearly.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
man, when you doing songs and you forget or you don't realize that it's somebody else's song,
Man.
that must mean
Man.
you put something on it.
Man.
Well, I mean, again, it was another song that you just don't play with. So
You're right. You're right.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was
Word.
like, oh man, nah, Steve.
Said,
Nah, Steve.
no.
But he said, Al, trust me, man. I'm gonna do the production big. man, you gonna come in and do what you come on, man. You gonna come in and make it hot. We can make it happen. Man, I fell in love with the record myself. I just listening to it as a record.
Wow.
I can pull myself away from have done it,
And
Right,
that's the difference right there.
Having had done it,
Right.
and I can listen to the record and say, wow, okay, honestly, I can say I like that. I like that. And for great people like you guys to say, man, y'all did that. I mean, and it leaves you speechless because look who presented that. One of the greatest R&B pop bands in the world
of all time.
Of all time.
All time.
And here, what, 50 years later, I don't know, my timing might be off. Here come Troop with it again. And people are enjoying it and feeling it, and we're introducing it to a whole nother generation now again.
Exactly.
I'm having a cool second run. The second win is cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Proud of y'all, man. Too. Just
thanks, man.
Proud of y'all, man. Just
the second
for
win is cool.
Just to keeping it going, and not tucking the tail and going the other way, but standing strong in who y'all really, really are, what y'all represent.
And not listening
music,
to that BS about where R&B is and what you can and can't do, or you're a legacy artist. We ain't trying to hit. Man, if y'all sit y'all dumb asses down.
I'm saying, man, with two braids, you what they do. I mean, yeah,
man,
that's
like I said.
Well, exactly, because music is about doing music. Music is timeless. So
yeah.
I totally feel you on that. You know what I mean?
You gotta
and I want to take this time too, if I may,
absolutely,
to shout out. We lost a member. We had a member transition a little over a year and a half ago.
Yeah, you were telling
Reggie Warren.
Definitely, we're going to mention that before we got
and
out of
rest in peace.
Rest in power.
Yeah, man, we appreciate that. We after it happened, we were kind of in a daze, and we kind of out there doing shows, just running through the motions, and we got together and we just said, you know what, let's get back to life, let's get back to living. That's what he would want us to do.
Right.
Let's get back to doing these shows, these big shows, and getting back to the fans and getting back to the dream and what we started. And so we do this now as a tribute to him. So I just want to give a shout out to Reggie Warren and his family and his children.
100.
And
blessings.
He's not forgotten. He's like the secret man on stage. You don't see him, but he's there.
Right.
Oh no, Rick. For me at that time, being a dark skinned slim dude, I was paying attention to Reggie. Reggie was cool.
Yeah,
Reggie was cool. He
real
had
slick.
He had all the R&B mannerisms. Whatever come in the book,
he was an
R&B
dude.
As an R&B dude.
Yeah, that's the R&B dude. The token R&B dude.
That's right. He had all the R&B mannerisms, all the way to the look.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said the token R&B dude.
Yes.
All the way. Yep. You said it, man. You said it right on the money.
He was cool as hell.
He was the energy on stage. He was our our clique.
Your orchestrator?
Man, the orchestrator, he was our clique. When he speeded it up, we had to speed up. I mean, it was hard to keep up with Reggie.
So you almost be like the tempo clique. He was a
tempo. Yeah. Come on, man. I do music.
Yeah.
The tempo. The tempo click. Yeah, the tempo, man. He was the tempo on stage. And so he's still there. Sometimes when we need to pick it up, we'll be on stage and we'll be all saying, Reggie, come on, let's get that Reggie on. We talk to each other on stage. Man, if there was like a microphone like on us,
wow,
while we were on stage, you'd be hearing all kind of stuff, because we talk and communicate. But yeah, we got to give a shout out to Reggie. Thanks for letting me do
Absolutely. Oh,
that.
100%.
Absolutely. 'Cause
100%.
we weren't gonna let you go without diving into that
Right.
ourselves. So
Right, man.
again, so many blessings and thanks and appreciation for coming and giving us this time today, man. I cannot overstate this.
Man, we appreciate it 100%. Al. Thank you, man. Thanks.
No, thank you humbly for even us having on your platform. You know, you guys can pick anybody you want, you know?
Right.
Well, we look
So-
forward to hopefully talking to you guys again. Definitely look
Yeah.
forward to seeing y'all. So
Yes.
as soon as that go down, I'm hoping Dr. Ridley, the management, April, I hope she'll get in contact with us and let us know, because we definitely trying to see y'all the moment y'all touch down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Man.
Let's make that happen.
Let's
So-
do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, once
All
again,
right. Hey, thanks for having me on, y'all.
thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thanks.
you.
Appreciate your time, man.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
All
All
right.
right.
Good looking.
Bye-bye.